Greetings everyone. We are here to talk about the evaluation contest judges panel. If you see closely, there are four broad categories. They are analytical quality, recommendations, technique, and summation. As a judge, we first and foremost need to remember a few things above and beyond these categories. As a judge, I need to be fair. We all need to be fair towards the contestants. We need to ensure that there is no halo effect. That someone was great in the past contest and someone was awesome. I know this person is an exceptional speaker. This person I have seen as a very good evaluator in an evaluation in a club meeting. These premonitions should not impact or influence my ability as a judge. As a judge, we all need to take care of this. One more thing about this is the underdog effect. Now, as a judge, you should not bother if the contestant has won in the past or not won in the past. If the contestant is trying hard to make a mark, if the contestant is coming back again, it's the second time, in a second time effect, all these things should not impact your judgment. Because we have to keep in mind that as a judge, we all need to be fair, unbiased, and ensure that the right person wins the level at the club, area, division, district, and the right person moves forward. As a judge, we need to be objective in nature as we go through the four broad categories of the evaluation contest. The first one is the analytical quality. As a judge, I need to make sure that I take into consideration the clarity of the evaluation and how focused the evaluation is. Evaluations need to be effective in nature. As the evaluator is evaluating, how the evaluator is analyzing the strengths and the weaknesses of the speech that was delivered. How the evaluator's comments were. Did they make sense? Were they clear? Were they logical in nature? Did the evaluator identify specific strengths and weaknesses? Now, in a speech, sometimes when we evaluate, evaluators come up with recommendations or commendations that are the strengths in a generic way. While we do that, we cannot do that. While we do that in a speech contest, evaluation contest, we need to ensure that the evaluations are specific, and as a judge I need to also take care if the evaluator is being specific in nature. For example, where the commendation happened in the speech or which part of the speech exactly needs the recommendation, with examples that ensures that the speech can be taken to a higher level. And that is what we are going to focus on with the analytical quality. The analytical power of the evaluator is under consideration here. I look into the evaluation that is being delivered and understand whether the evaluator has been clear, has been focused, has been specific, and has been able to analyze through the speech the particular strengths and the particular weaknesses. Now let us talk about the recommendations part of the judges panel. Now, if we look at the recommendations section, we will find three words fine printed there. That is positive, specific, and helpful. An evaluation needs to be positive, specific, and helpful. As a judge, I need to ensure that when I am judging the evaluator's evaluation, whether the evaluation met these parameters. I also need to ensure that whether the evaluation or the feedback or the recommendation that was given was logical in nature. What do I mean by positive? Now, as an evaluator, whether the person who was delivering the evaluation was just denigrating the speaker or was coming up with recommendations that is actually boosting the morale of the speaker, at the same time ensuring or telling them what are the things they need to do well or better in the speech so that the speech goes up a level or two. What is being specific in nature? Specific is about where exactly the change needs to be taken care of. What exactly is the suggestion that is expected, or where exactly this change has to be incorporated so that the desired outcome is achieved. The last part was helpful or logical in nature. Now, how to achieve that recommendation, whether the evaluator commented on that as well, whether it is actually making sense and possible for the speaker to incorporate in the speech in these settings, in those parameters. These are the three important parameters that we need to take care of while we count on recommendations. It is not about how many recommendations were given, it is not about how many commendations were also given when we talked about the analytical quality, but it is about how effective they are, how clear they are, how focused they are, and how helpful they are. Third part of the evaluation speech contest judges ballot is technique, and technique has three fine prints to it: sympathetic, sensitive, and motivational. Now, as a judge, I need to consider whether the evaluator who was evaluating the speech was sensitive or understanding of the speaker's needs, whether at the same time of delivering recommendations and commendations, the speaker ensured in a positive way that the speaker or the target speaker was motivated so that they come back again and deliver a speech in a better way. This technique has to be taken care of. Now, sometimes evaluators use different ways of putting this technique. There can be commendation, recommendation, commendation technique. There can be any other technique which is unique to the evaluator who relates with different things or different items, in personifies them, and these things can lead to an evaluation which is motivating enough for the speaker, along with being positive, specific, helpful, understanding of the speaker's needs. And that is what needs to be taken care of in the technique. And as a judge, we all need to take care that the evaluator is taking care of these, and if they are taking care of these, how well they are taking care of these. The fourth part of the judge's ballot is summation. Now, as an evaluator delivers their evaluation, as a judge, I need to also ensure that whether the evaluator is summarizing everything so that the speaker has things to take away at the end in a nutshell. Now, this summary must be concise, it should be specific, it should be short, it should cover the things that were already covered in the evaluation, and at the same time, this summary should be encouraging. That is, at the end, the speaker is left on a high note so that they feel motivated enough to come back. Now, overall, in an evaluation speech contest, as a judge, I need to take care of these few things specifically. That is, whether the evaluation was positive in nature, whether the evaluation was specific and helpful, whether the evaluation had a concise summary which is encouraging, whether the evaluation was in a way that the speaker feels motivated and encouraged to come back, deliver a speech which is helping them improve and grow. Overall, if these things are taken care of, how well these things are taken care of, how well did the evaluator perform? I have to be objective as a judge in able to come up with the proper result for the evaluation speech contest. As a judge, I need to remember that the brand of the contest, or the value that it adds on, depends on me or my shoulders. So I need to be objective, I need to be careful, and I need to be fair while evaluating or judging a speech contest.